Austin Talks Through the Movie. Howdy, I'm Austin Larson, and this is Austin Talks Through the Movie, a supplemental podcast to the Ex-Girlfriend Tattoo podcast. I'm joined today by my guest, Bryson.
Hey guys, how's it going? Austin, glad to be back.
Fucking glad to have you back on, man. I interviewed you for the first Tattoos episode, right?
Yes, that is correct.
That was an awesome story, man. That bugling elk is a tribute to your dad. That was really cool. I know it stuck with a lot of people.
I got awesome positive feedback. I mean, even to the extent someone reached out to me and told me how much the story meant to them, and it just really touched me. It's awesome. I mean, glad to do it. Glad to be back.
That's fucking awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. Brother, we are living in some strange times. How are you enjoying your quarantine so far?
You know, I am getting through it. I'm getting a little stir crazy. I think we all are. I get to go back to work on the 7th, though. I know some people are still going to be stuck at home. My girlfriend, she's working at home, and she still is getting tired of it really quick. So we're taking it day by day. I mean, I think it's all we can do, right?
Yeah, what else can you do, you know? I mean, yeah, day by day. So, since everyone's been stuck inside, I really haven't been able to get away from it. Not that I don't love talking about it. So I'm just going to flat out ask you, did you binge Tiger King yet?
Oh, yeah. Yep. We ended up watching it in about a day and a half, and it is the most bizarre...
There are some sharp turns, man. There are some sharp turns in that show.
It, to say the least. There was a video posted actually today of Carol's husband, Howard, I believe his name is.
Yeah, the current one, yeah.
Yeah, he's explaining their side of things and
oh shit, I gotta watch this.
Oh, it's great. It's on their Facebook page. Just look them up.
Oh shit, okay.
It. Very entertaining.
Fuck, man, yeah. I saw. I don't know. Honestly, with that show, I really don't want to talk about the ending. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But totally. Basically, oh my god, I saw a picture of Joe Exotic rolling papers earlier today from a campaign of his, and I really can't tell if they're fake or not. I mean, I see such a fair argument both ways of, Joe Exotic, as a candidate rolling papers.
Well, I mean, he had the condoms, so I mean, why? I mean, rolling papers isn't much of a reach.
Safe sex and, responsible smoking. I mean, fuck, I think we all need a little Joe Exotic.
I think so.
Not condoning an attempted murder or anything.
Oh, but, no. Mm-mm.
Oh, fuck, well,
It's in the, what's it called, subtext when you read what the show's about, so I mean...
Okay.
It's not giving too much away.
Good save. Thank you. Okay, but enough about Tiger King. Wow. Bryson, do you feel that as an adult you enjoy spending time in nature?
Oh, definitely. One of my favorite things to do is to go hiking.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I really don't go hiking enough. I used to a lot more. Like when I first moved out here, my first place was like right on the edge of Riverside State Park, and yeah, we would, oh my god. Yeah, we would just hang out all the time there, just go out for hikes. The summer I turned 21, we did a lot of mushrooms out there. It was a fucking blast.
I can only imagine in the woods it would probably be a pretty great experience.
Hot as hell, just, yeah, man, it was pretty fun. All right, and as a kid, did you ever go to summer camp?
No, I really didn't do any of the summer camps. I mean, I was pretty clung to my mom's hip after my dad passed. I mean, I turned into a mama's boy really quick. And the idea of being away for a long time, quote unquote, I mean, hell, a couple days was a long time as a kid. So yeah. It wasn't something I ever did, sadly. Wish I had. Closest thing was the outdoor school that we went to.
That's in my notes. Yeah, no, 6th grade at Sunridge Middle. Okay, yeah. So I never went to summer camp either. It was, I mean, I think the only one I know about, I remember like they passed out flyers like near the end of school, but weren't they like religious or something?
I mean, I remember being invited some by the Boy Scouts, but the Boy Scouts troop in Pendleton was run by the Mormon Church, so probably.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I could see that. And then I guess, outdoor school at Sunridge Middle. What week did you go? Do you remember that?
I know it wasn't. I want to say it was the first week, because I remember the second week going up, and the third week couldn't go.
No, they had to bus us in every day.
Yeah,
I was third week.
Yeah. Ah, man, that's terrible.
It was, because, I mean, honestly, I had a lot of I remember being 11 in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And having a lot of fucking anxiety about that because, it's out in the woods away from everything, And I mean, a week away from your home when you're that age, I mean, it's kind of frightening, I mean, it's at least it's anxiety invoking.
Oh, it was. I think it was definitely one of the, not the first, but more, early on cases of having pure anxiety caused by something.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I had a pretty cool, what were they? Counselors? Is that what we called them?
Yeah, the high schoolers that supervise the junior high kids.
Yeah, exactly. Which, I thought they were adults back then. I didn't realize that.
It's weird. Isn't that fucking weird?
It is
like
very
when
bizarre.
You're a kid, you look at high schoolers and think they're adults, and I mean, and then you're an adult and you look at high schoolers, and if you think they're adults, you go to jail.
Basically.
Fuck. Wasn't that who got in trouble for that, like, right after we graduated?
Yes. 100% on that.
Shit. Ugh.
Yeah. Good lawyers saved him on that, though.
Okay, so I was third week outdoor school. They had to bus us to and from the site every day, and it was like, oh man, I know it seemed a lot longer when we were kids, but it was like, what, 90 minutes? Something like that?
It was something close to that.
I mean, I remember it was over an hour, but not by much, because I remember when my brother was in high school and he was a counselor for outdoor school, we went up there on family night to have dinner, and I mean, I can't remember. I think I smoked and drank a little bit. I honestly don't know, but I remember that I was in the right headspace to like see all my junior high teachers. I'll put it that way.
I would have to be in the exact same headspace. I mean, especially if they ended up seeing all my tattoos. I think I might end up giving Miss if she's still there a heart attack.
Not knowing her, I think she'd be like, oh, but you're still the same sweet boy I had, she's one of those people that just sees the good in everyone.
She really does. She was one of the best teachers I had by far.
Yeah, she was awesome. Didn't she go to church with us?
Yeah, she did. Not like consistently, but she was there.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Who went consistently? Not very many.
Not even the pastors.
True that.
Wow. Okay, so when you were in high school, we had the opportunity to be counselors, right? Did you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I got to go. I can't remember what week I did for that, but I got to go up with my current. You remember?
Yeah.
She and I were dating in high school at the time. She ended up going up, and a few of our friends were up there. I can't recall exactly who were up there, but I mean, it was a good time. I was up at the upper cabin and had some kids that weren't exactly super well behaved. And by the end, they were like little angels. And
hey.
I don't think they ever had any authority, or not really authority, but just someone to consistently be telling them, hey, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Not just, hey, go do what the fuck you want. I don't care type of deal.
I feel that, like kind of like structure and supervision, reinforcement.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Hell yeah, man. Okay, and so kind of switching gears here. How do you feel about slasher films?
I enjoy slasher films. I haven't seen a good one for a while, but, when I say I haven't seen one, I haven't sought out a slasher film in a while, I should say. So.
Feel it.
But I enjoy them.
Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, I'm probably going to be completely wrong on the title here. Is it Candyman, the guy with the hook?
Yeah, with Tony Todd and Virginia Madsen. Yeah, oh, that's a good one.
Do you know they're making a new one of that?
Yeah, oh yeah, the trailer with it's Jordan Peele's Candyman. That's gonna be fucking dope as hell.
Yeah, hoping that they do it justice, because if they don't, it's not go over well.
No, I mean, well, Jordan Peele hasn't made a bad one yet.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, so today we're going to be watching 1983's Sleepaway Camp, directed by Robert Hiltzik. It was shot for $350,000, which, I mean, you know, really pretty small budget for a film like that.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. You said that was 83?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, even 83, that's pretty, I would say, inexpensive, not cheap, but a small budget.
Definitely. Very independent. I guess it was, independent film. One of my favorites of all time. It's what an indie horror flick should be, you know?
Well, I am excited to watch it because I have not seen it. I don't think I've actually seen a indie horror per se that I was aware of, so I'm excited to see what this will be.
All right, yeah. We're going to be watching it on shoutfactory.com through their VHS vault. It's totally free. You do have to verify your age, though. I mean, that's not a problem for you or I, or really most of my audience. If you're underage and listening to my show, you've lied about your age for far fucking worse things. I fucking guarantee it. Kind of an interesting note here, just when I was doing my little bit of research before. So Robert Hiltzik, the guy who directed this film, directed this, and then he directed a sequel, Return to Sleepaway Camp. That was in 2008. But between the two films, he became an attorney in New York.
No way.
Yeah.
Goes from making indie horror to attorney to indie horror again.
Right? Seriously. Yeah, which Return to Sleepaway Camp, that was in 2008. That's the fourth sequel. Fourth sequel. That's the only one I'd recommend. Like in the series, like if you need to watch a sequel, Return to Sleepaway Camp. The other one's not so good, but I'll talk about those later. All right. Well, fuck it, man. You ready?
Let's do it.
Hope you're enjoying the show so far. I really want this show to feel more casual and relaxed than the Ex-Girlfriend Tattoo podcast, so I'm editing it just a little bit differently. I left in a lot of the dead space and gaffes, just so it felt more like an actual conversation, less like an interview, you know? Will I continue to edit this show like this? Maybe. That all depends on feedback and how the finished product turns out. Sleepaway Camp is available online for free at shoutfactorytv.com. Just look under VHS Vault. If you plan on watching Sleepaway Camp, we're roughly 12 and a half minutes in. Go ahead and pause this. Otherwise, we're about to read the plot summary courtesy of IMDb. This particular one was written by Drew.
3, 2, 1.
After a horrible boating accident kills her family, shy, sullen Angela moves in with her eccentric Aunt Martha and protective cousin Ricky. One summer, Martha sends the kids to Camp Arawak. Soon after their arrival, bizarre, increasingly violent accidents claim the lives of various campers. Who is the twisted individual behind these murders? The disclosure of the murderer's identity is one of the most shocking climaxes in the history of American cinema. It's a cult classic for sure. One of my all-time favorites. I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's what an indie horror flick should be. By no means is it a bad movie, but it's definitely not for everyone. That being said, I really can't recommend it highly enough. If it's your thing, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're not into this sort of thing, I doubt this is going to be the one that converts you. If it's not your thing, it's just not your thing. Lord knows I tried to get into Game of Thrones, but ultimately, in the end, just wasn't my thing. We now return to the viewing in progress.
All right, man. So what'd you think of that?
That was a crazy movie. I mean, it was a little confusing. I was trying to figure out what was going on the entire time, but at the end, it just all came together and completely blew my mind.
All right, there was a nice payoff there. It was a good whodunit, you know. I feel like there was a level of suspense in there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I didn't see it ending in the way it did. I mean, I was
Nobody
suspecting Angela the entire time. I was like, it has to be her. It has to be her. Him? I mean...
Right? Seriously, dude. It was like out of fucking left field.
Oh, completely.
I mean, I really like that we watched the VHS cut because that one concealed a lot of the flaws of the film, you know? I mean, it still had like the charm of, you know, like the VHS grain and everything, but...
It was very nostalgic. I mean, with how it kept, you know, the lines running down the screen and the little squiggle at the bottom the entire time. I mean, it reminded me of growing up watching VHS.
Exactly, you know? I mean, really, it's the most authentic way to watch a slasher movie, you know? Just like an 80s horror film like that. Fuck yeah,
well,
VHS.
Especially from the 80s.
Yeah. A little bit of trivia that I didn't realize till this particular viewing of this film. So Ben, the guy who takes over after Artie leaves, Ben, the actor is Robert Earl Jones, and I'm like, man, that name sounds familiar. James Earl Jones's father.
Is it really?
Yeah.
James Earl? Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I wouldn't have connected it. I mean, maybe if I Googled it, but...
Me neither. It was, well, I mean, just when I was kind of like looking up some stuff about the film, you know, but...
Yeah, exactly.
I really enjoyed a lot of the authentic New England accents, you know.
Oh, for sure.
In the film. Sure. I just feel like a lot of films, you know, they'll, I mean... You know, the stereotype is, you know, Hollywood, Los Angeles, everything. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of films made, you know, either there or Canada, you know, and the that stereotypical, you know, New York accent that, you know, it kind of gets lost, you know?
It does. It usually gets overplayed, I feel, and it's like, oh, they're definitely doing an impersonation of it. It's not the true thing.
Right? It doesn't feel authentic. I totally
Exactly.
Oh my god, but even in that opening scene, that there was that one reaction shot of just the other guy going, John, during the boating accident scene in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, that reaction shot right there, just it felt so out of place, you know? Like, it didn't match the tempo of the rest of it.
No, it really, I agree, it didn't. And to me, during the beginning, right, as the skiers appeared, well, the skier, I should say, appeared, and they're boating along, and it shows a couple in the boat. It felt like I was watching, like, a safety ed video trying to get my boating license. And then, I mean, with them running over them, and, I mean, just how dramatic it was, because it's an early 80s movie. And, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
No, I feel that, man. Especially, I have it written down here. The that one girl's extended monologue for help is just so coherent and drawn out. Oh my God, they're not gonna live. Somebody has to help them before. And she's just like, Shakespearean almost. Just,
oh really?
Oh my God,
it is. There in the water herself, trying to like halfway out. She stopped though. Like they weren't far from shore either. Swim out there. Go help.
I mean, I really want to believe that this was improvised. Like, I'm just thinking that, like, the director just told the girl, just go with it, scream, you know, do whatever, freak out. Because the idea that someone would write out that entire monologue and people would look it over and it'd get in the final cut of the film, I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, even though I love this film, I mean...
I feel like whoever, the final cut, they had free, complete, entire control. There could not have been a second person like, maybe you want to change that. No, it was just like, I'm going to write this, and this shit is going to happen. And, I mean, which was great. I loved it. It was a great movie.
Beauty of indies, you know? I mean, it's definitely, that's one thing. No, I totally understand that. I'd never sacrifice creative control, you know?
Oh, no. Never gonna bat an eye at it.
Oh my God. But yeah. And then that first victim, Artie, the head chef, I was
glad to see him die.
Right?
I was so happy.
Seriously, not sympathetic at all, and they did a great job of setting him up as unsympathetic.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, trying to, give Angie a treat in the pantry, thankfully to be caught by her cousin. I mean, can you imagine if he got to the point of Angie's pants coming down for some reason?
Oh, dude. I mean, he had it coming. No, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
But oh my god, just even right in the beginning, he's like, I call them baldies. Oh,
I
shit.
know, right?
Didn't mean to make it.
No, you're good. You're okay. No, I mean, the fact that, you could tell he was a predator from the
And everyone else just laughed it off.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well...
What the fuck?
Oh, because he was the manager, man. I mean...
well, true, though, that's a very blatant abuse of power. No, definitely. Oh, my God. Fuck Judy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Judy was, oh, my God. She was so fucking mean. She was awful.
From the get-go.
Yeah, and especially a lot of those girls were so mean to a lot of those girls were so fucking mean to Angela just from the get-go. I mean, just because she was different. That was really unfair,
Oh, it was. I mean, I was sitting there thinking the entire time, like, how are they getting away with this? They would have gotten their asses beat if I was there.
Right? No, seriously.
If I was growing up in that time, that wouldn't have been a thing. But I think back to, that would have been, it was 83. I mean, it was probably, thinking back to when my mom was going to summer camp, stuff like this did happen. I mean,
like murders and everything, or?
Oh, well, I didn't hear that kind of stuff, thankfully. I hope to God never to hear anything like that. But the bullying is more what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh,
man.
It's okay.
But no, and art kind of imitates life, or life imitates art. I'm not sure, excuse me, but apparently, and I read this on IMDb just when I was kind of looking up some stuff about the film. Apparently, the kid who played Mozart was actually kind of bullied on set in real life, and one of the counselors had to step in and kind of tell the other kids to fuck off.
Oh, well, that's kind of, so he was like an actual, like, quote unquote nerdy kid in real life, or?
Well, either that or like those other kids decided that they were all going to stay in character whether the cameras are rolling or not.
Like
I don't know.
Mob mentality took over.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, especially when you're kids and it's a film set, and just, oh my God, it's...
were 12, 13
yeah,
years
I
old.
mean, all those kids were, they were actual kids. I mean, Felissa, the girl who played Angela, she was like 13 or 14 in this movie, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, so. No, it's, like, I guess a lot of the kids getting off the buses are just, just like cast and crews, just families, just like, hey, we need more bodies on set. It's...
Oh, was that really what they did?
Yeah, I mean, for like all the extras, where they just need campers, cool. Like, yeah, it was, or I guess I don't know about all like the scenes when they need campers, but like the extras, like on the bus, getting on and off the bus.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's, but honestly, I'm glad that they did such a good job of establishing the aunt as fucking batshit, like right off the bat, just because otherwise it'd be like, man, who the fuck would have Angela here in the first place? Like, not even thinking about the ending, like just even right at the beginning when, like, oh, she hasn't eaten in 3 days. She's obviously not ready to go to fucking summer camp.
Well, obviously. So, okay, did you say the mother's name? Is that who you said? You said something about Yvette?
Wait, what?
I think I misunderstood you. I thought you were talking about the mother there at the end.
No, the aunt, yeah.
Oh, the aunt. Okay.
Yeah, the aunt.
Okay, well, she kept seeing, to me, she was like representing herself as the mother.
Well, definitely, yeah.
So that's how I portrayed her. I didn't realize that was the aunt.
Well, but I guess she was, she's Ricky's mother, but Angela's aunt.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because she kept referring to Ricky as your cousin. So, fair enough.
But I mean, she was very much, like she was raising him as the mother because we already have a boy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I think kind of nailed it home for me there at the end. But the first thing I wrote down was, well, I should say, second thing was that I loved the mom because of how creepy she was. And I put a little side note saying, I think she belongs in the, what did I say? The Addams Family.
Yeah, no,
Just
definitely,
that,
dude.
her makeup, her pale makeup, and just with how almost robotic she was. I mean, it was very creepy.
No, definitely. She was very creepy, and I mean, I think that, really establishes what kind of poor judgment would let someone as disturbed as Angela, Well, I mean, who would, I guess one would argue, who would create Angela in the first place?
Yeah, well, it's obvious after combining the first entrance of her aunt and, the whole, oh, well, we already have a boy scene. I mean...
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah, but going back to that first victim, Artie, just, oh my god, honestly, that death right there, for me, it's akin to, I'm sorry, are you familiar at all with the film Seven with Brad Pitt?
No, I have not seen that.
Fuck, I think we might have to do a follow-up episode with you, man.
Ooh, there we go.
Shit. Okay, sorry. Well, not to spoil, really,
not to spoil
the big twist at the end, but so basically this dude, kills all these people, and it's, according to the 7 deadly sins, and one of them is sloth, and I believe he's a heroin dealer. Artie, that first victim, the chef, reminds me of the sloth death in the film Seven. Just because you don't know if he lives or dies, really. I mean, in Seven, that film, sorry not to spoil it, yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Pretty much, as I'm recalling it, I haven't seen that film in fucking years, at least all the way through. God, I think pretty much everyone dies except for the sin of sloth. I think he lives, and that's the really fucked up part. But yeah, Artie, he's horrifically burned like that, and I mean, you don't know. He's pretty much the only one you don't know whether or not he lives or dies. I think that's fucked up in itself,
Oh, I agree with that. I kind of hope he did die. I mean, he obviously was a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, but no, dude, Mercy, it's fucked up, I mean, I feel like those are especially hard on audiences, like that's cringier than anything,
Oh yeah, if he's gonna come back to that summer camp after he healed up.
God, I didn't even think about that. Fuck. Oh god. Imagine the safety of it. I mean, are they gonna let him around kids?
Oh no,
God,
they'll keep back in the kitchen.
That's the scariest part is, like not him coming back to the summer camp, but him coming back to the summer camp.
Oh no, but they'll still bring back that one shy child and here, we'll take you back to I can't remember his character's name. We'll take you back to him and get you some ice cream like they did with Angela and just this decrepit, burnt, bubbly, pussy human being.
Sorry, are you familiar with Nightmare on Elm Street at all?
A little bit. I've seen it once, but it was when I was probably like 14, 15. So it's been at least 10 years.
Hey, no, I feel that, dude. Essentially, Freddy Krueger's, a child murderer, but in the original, version, he was a child molester. And I'm just thinking, man, if there was some crossover universe where they could, just have, fucking Freddy Krueger be the chef that gets burned to death trying to, fuck with Angela and becomes Freddy. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, I mean, that'd be a cool crossover.
Oh, I apologize for the alarm going off there. I agreed, though. Can you imagine that maybe Freddy Krueger and him cross paths in this, I don't know, maybe portal of some sorts and end up trading places, and all of a sudden Freddy Krueger's at the summer camp and Chef Dude's in Freddy Krueger's universe, and
oh shit, dude. That'd be okay, I feel that. I feel that. Apparently those were real paramedics. Bleh. Apparently those were real paramedics carrying him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess that they were just, like extras that were just kind of there, and it's like, yeah, hey,
Well,
you guys want to
they
be in
have
the
to have
movie?
medics on scene during a movie filming, typically, so.
Oh, exactly. And it's like, hey, you guys, you just been standing around all day. You want to be in the movie? That'd be
Why
fun,
not?
right? Oh my god! And I love how the doctor there, he can't tell us whether or not they're first, second, third, or God forbid, like what, fourth or fifth degree burns, even. How many degrees are there? Do you remember?
I don't know what's above third degree burns. I mean,
well, here's the part where I bring out Mr. and he
I remember Mr.
yeah, right. That dude was, oh man. I think I'm actually friends with him on Facebook.
No, I believe it. I see him, every once in a while in the people you may know section.
But yeah, no, I love how that doctor, just he can't tell us what degree the burns are at, but he just keeps bringing up how painful like they must be.
Oh, that every single nerve is on fire, I think is what he said.
Oh my god. But that camp owner, Mel, he's evil Bob Pinciotti. Like did you watch that 70s show growing up at all?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, to an extent.
So did you ever see like any episodes with like Donna's dad, Bob?
Oh yeah.
I just, with that guy's like wardrobe, Bob. Right? Yeah, it's evil Bob Pinciotti.
I knew he looked kind of familiar the entire time. It does look like him.
Evil Bob Pinciotti.
Oh my. But I mean, he's a little taller than the actual Bob.
Oh yeah, like definitely.
Taller older brother.
Yeah. But still, I mean, just between the voice and the the wardrobe and just, oh my god, his mannerisms and everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, but those cutoff tees for guys, that was, gee.
The 83,
right? Seriously. Like that one dude, he had it cut like it was like right under his like it's strip club inspired apparel, right?
I kind of felt like that's what the whole 80s was as a whole.
I do like how Mozart got distracted by his game during the softball game. He was playing his little handheld. I'm like, oh my god, that's something people have had to deal with for 37 fucking years.
Yeah, it was the only part of the movie that kind of like brought it to now, current times, I guess, to an extent, even though wasn't that a calculator he was using?
So like what it was a little like pocket, like a handheld electronic football game. It was like a little 8-bit thing with like, I mean, it had the same screen as a calculator, but it had sounds and stuff. It was so basic. It was just
the video game itself. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it was like this little thing. Yeah. But yeah, and then that one scene in the canteen. I love how Mel's just casually watching those dudes have a dog pile fucking fight, but then later on in the movie, he fucking, bans Ricky from the canteen for his filthy mouth. I'm like, what the fuck, Mel? Well, I mean, just fuck Mel in general.
Oh, well, Mel's an asshole. Completely. But it seems like if it's within the whole 5-foot vicinity that he can maybe reach, he'll do something about it, but if it's across the room, not worth his time.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
Why, thank you.
There are so many beautiful mullets in that movie, man.
Oh, I agree with you completely. I honestly really enjoyed the beehive killing scene.
Yeah.
I just thought that was unique. I mean, using the pool cue to lock them in there and cutting the screen, dropping the beehive in there. I mean, there was for it being a slasher movie, there was no sharp object used until, I think, the third killing.
Yeah? Yeah, I think so.
So when Meg died in the shower, that was the first time there was a knife used. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Definitely, man. No, I thought this had a lot of creative deaths. It was it had a lot of great lines too, like when they're kind of ganging up on Angela, and I think when Meg asks, hey, you never shower with us, you queer, just like that. I mean, it's like, well, if she were gay, wouldn't she want to shower with us?
Yeah,
I don't
I was kind
understand
of
that.
confused by that
And then
statement.
later on, when she's all like, oh yeah, you're a carpenter's dream, flat as a board, needs a screw. I was like, oh god, that's so fucking quotable. That's why is that not on an air freshener from Spencer's?
It really could be. You might want to pitch that. I would write that down right now and call them first thing Monday.
Well, hey, thank you, but I don't know with the quarantine and everything.
They might not pick up, but
also, I mean, it's Robert Hiltzik movie. It's
he won't catch on.
Probably, good point. Either that or he'll sue the shit out of me since apparently he knows a good lawyer.
Either way, you will be famous.
Hey, man, you are ever the optimist, sir. God. And I mean, I get when you're young, you don't really understand the cues and everything, but oh my god, Paul, she's trying to set boundaries. Fuck off.
Now, which one was Paul? I was having a hard time.
Paul? Oh, so that was Ricky's friend?
Oh, okay. Yes,
friend?
yes, that was going all over Angela.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I felt really bad for Angela when he was trying to mac on her and she ran off. I mean, I thought he was a little douchebag.
Yeah, and when fucking he cheated and everything,
Oh, well, yeah, but he kind of got roped into it to an extent. He was a young child, attractive, older girl. I mean, and the other girl wasn't giving him the time of day. I mean, his hormones were kind of screwing him over.
No, definitely. I hear that. I hear it. All right. I'm pretty sure that entire wardrobe was auctioned off to the producers of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. The high shorts, the tight t-shirts that had very little sleeves.
The ponytail, like, oh my god. Fucking that asymmetrical off to one side ponytail. God, who was the girl that had that from Napoleon Dynamite? God, what was...
I can't recall her name, but I mean, the gal that Napoleon, had the hots for.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Fuck. Well, shit, we might need to do a Napoleon. Fuck.
We'll have several episodes.
Shit, there we go. Fuck. Yeah. Let's see. And then, oh my god. How the fuck does Mel have the audacity? Like, even when he's trying to kind of trap Ricky with everything because he's convinced Ricky's the killer, how the fuck does Mel have the audacity to ask, so, how's your summer been so far? We haven't gotten to talk, all that much. And it's like, well, I mean, 3 kids have died so far. Or, excuse me, not even 3 kids. I think, 2 kids and
yeah.
And,
only
the chef got, yeah. Mm-hmm. Still, I mean, that's... 3
people total.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the first one, the drowning, you can kind of... he just drowned, it happens, sad but true. But the second one, it's like, no, that was a malicious killing right there. I mean, clearly, honestly, why were the police called, and started to look into the drowning, but the Beehive, everyone's just like, it was a prank gone wrong. No one's confessed, but what can we do now?
I think it's because it's kind of childish. I mean, someone being stabbed is serious. And the whole pot boiling over onto someone is kind of like, it can be an accident. So I can see how that's played off, but the others not so much. I mean, how can you explain hacked up children in, sleeping bags by a lake?
That's like an urban legend in itself, man.
Oh, I know, right?
God. And then I just have fuck Mel written down in my notes in big letters. I'm guessing that was probably right there at the part where, it turns out that he and Meg are involved.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Mel's a douche, but I just hate Meg so much because she antagonized Angela so much.
They both had it coming.
Oh, they did. They did. I did not feel any sympathy for either or. I was like, oh, yes, when Mel took the arrow to the neck. I mean,
that was pretty fucking cool. Let's see. Oh my god. So then right there at the end, did you notice how the cop was wearing a piece of felt on his lip?
Yes. So.
Yeah.
So Erica, like I said, my girlfriend, was sitting here watching the movie with the last 20 minutes of it with me. And I ended up saying out loud to her, I'm like, that cop is wearing a fake mustache. And she looked at me and I was like, it looked like it had like a piece of plastic going over, the movie prop mustaches, how it has the plastic going over the top of it. And when he turned his head, you could see this perfect sheen just running down it from the studio lights. And I mean, oh yeah, it was 100% fake.
Thank God again for the VHS cut, because I have the 1080p cut, just at home, and yeah, it's worse.
I really, really want to hunt down the 1080p cut and watch that. That would be entertaining.
Okay, yeah. I mean, well, okay. I mean, I think it's 1080p. It might be 720, but I mean, it's not VHS.
Okay, but this is VHS is like 240, 480 at the most.
Yeah, this is better than that. I got you, brother. So that ending couldn't happen now.
No, if they showed a boy passed off as a girl, naked full screen, dick and everything, it would get shut down.
Yeah, no, definitely. And anyway, sorry, like when I was looking at some of the trivia about this movie, to clarify, so I guess the way they shot that scene was they made a mold of Felissa's face, right?
I was wondering, it
was a mask.
Yeah, okay, it looked like there was like a seam going around its chest like a mask would. Like when it comes down, to the chest with the prosthetic to finish the neck. And then I was talking to Erica about that, and I was like, what do you think about that? And she's like, I'm not sure. And yeah, okay, so that makes complete sense.
And yeah, I guess they just found some, they found like an 18 or a 19-year-old, I think it was like a college student, they said, who basically basically they found like an 18-year-old who was built like a 13-year-old girl. Which isn't hard when you're looking at, insert your rival school here.
Oh, no, not at all.
But yeah, and they paid him, and I read that, he just, apparently he had to get drunk first, and just...
Really?
I imagine that.
No,
as I'm 5 beers deep.
You and me both.
Hey, there we go, brother. Oh my god. And then the aunt's line, it's Angela. I believe it means angel.
I was honestly just like mouth drop during that entire scene, just like, oh, it's all clicking. No, this makes so much sense. Oh, but yeah, disturbing.
Yeah, man. It's, oh my god. Alright, so just some final thoughts on the movie. If you enjoyed this, avoid the sequels.
I will avoid the sequels.
There were, let's see. So the second one was after this movie. It was the second one. It was picked up by a big studio. I want to say it was Paramount. Excuse me. This is Austin Talks to the movie. I can leave that in. It's not classy as the other. It's not classy like the other show. Yeah. So excuse me. The first sequel was Sleepaway Camp 2. I think it was, Sleepaway Camp, Unhappy Campers. It was picked up by a larger studio. I want to say it might have been Paramount, might have been New Line. I'm not actually sure. They recast everyone. Angela was played by Pamela Springsteen, Bruce's sister, and... It just, honestly, it was like it became just another generic slasher. I mean, the suspense that this one had, kind of, like the mystery, totally lost. And
was it whodunit turned out to be Angela again?
No, it was just straight up Angela the whole time.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things I loved about this movie is, I'm not saying all those people deserve to die, but all those people fucked with Angela, and I mean, she was just kind of getting revenge.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it made sense the entire time. Each person who was died.
Where in the second one, not so much. Then I don't think they made another one after that until Return to Sleepaway Camp. That one was in 2008. That's a good one. That one has Felissa, is it Felissa? I'm not actually sure. Basically, but she reprises the role as Angela. And except the camp's been taken over by a different guy, and it's oh my god, it's what's Vincent Pastore, I believe. Vincent Pastore. Did you watch The Sopranos at all? It was the guy who played Pussy on The Sopranos.
No, I'm not too familiar with The Sopranos, sadly.
Oh, hey, I mean, all good, but yeah, no, I mean the sequel and that one's okay, I mean that one's kind of, and then they did another one years later. I think it was called the Sleepaway Camp, The Survivor or something like that. It's just Frankenstein, like footage of all the movies. It's but not as well done as Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws.
Ooh, but I mean, Cruel Jaws, though.
Yeah, that was, oh my god, that was a fucking trip. Yeah, and then kind of like how we touched on earlier, they couldn't make this film now. There were rumors of a planned reboot in 2018, 2019, but I haven't heard of anything else. Yeah, I know, right? But honestly, I would never want to see this movie remade.
Especially now here in 2020. I mean, well, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's say 2021 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see it either. It's an 80s slasher and it needs to stay there.
It's a cult classic for a reason,
Exactly.
And I mean, it is a cult classic. It's definitely not for everyone, but I mean, it's a film I enjoy. It's something that, I mean...
Oh, I definitely enjoy it. I will definitely watch it again. Gonna have Erica watch the whole thing with me at some point.
Oh, you got to, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I want her to watch the other hour of the movie so it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, you'll need to. And then, of course, the, everything on VHS Vault on Shout Factory is awesome. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit there. It's. I mean, hey, while you're quarantined, it's a great way to kind of spend it.
Definitely gonna go browse it.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, yeah. So I guess out of 5 stars, how do you rate that film?
I would rate it a good 4. I mean, I would recommend it to people. I mean, I would say have a couple of drinks with it. I wouldn't watch it 100% sober because you would probably be like, what the fuck? But have a couple drinks, especially during quarantine. You have the excuse to do so. So I would check it out.
Hell yeah, man. Awesome. All right. Do you have any final thoughts about the film?
Final thoughts being that it turned into almost like a psychological thriller to an extent at the end, where it just completely flipped and showed that it was a male the entire time playing Angela. It wasn't just the slasher. It was kind of a combination of the two.
Definitely, man. There was a huge psychological element. All right. Hey, before we leave here, anyone you might want to shout out who might be listening to the program?
Yeah. Really, just anyone watching or I should say, listening to the show. Yeah. I would say support Austin here. He's doing an awesome job with this podcast and trying to be creative with it. So show him some love and some support.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Awesome. All right. Well, once again, thank you so much, Bryson. Glad you enjoyed the film.
Oh, well, thank you for recommending it and having me on the show, man.
Anytime.